If you have been following this series from the start, you now know what gears actually do. You have got your shifting cues locked in, and you have drilled upshifts and downshifts on a quiet road. That is genuinely more than most new riders ever consciously work on, and it will show in your riding. But there is one more piece to this, and it is the piece that most riders never find out about, because nobody tells them to look for it. Almost every new rider has a gear habit, a default they fall back on without even realizing it, and that habit is quietly making the bike feel harder to manage, less predictable, and more tiring to ride every single time they go out. Today we're going to find out which camp you are in, and then we're going to fix it in one ride. Here is something that will make you rethink every ride you have done so far. Cast your mind back to the last time you were out. Not a specific incident, just a general feeling. Did the bike ever feel a bit gutless, like you twisted the throttle and it just did not really want to respond? Or did it feel twitchy and overeager, like everything was happening slightly too fast and you were always a beat behind it? Both of those feelings have a cause, and in most cases the cause is the same thing. You are riding in the wrong gear. Consistently, not dangerously wrong, not even noticeably wrong to anyone watching, just slightly wrong, one gear off, and that one gear is the difference between a bike that feels like it is working with you and a bike that feels like it is working against you. Here is why this matters more than it might seem. When you are in too high a gear, you lose throttle response, which means if something unexpected happens and you need to accelerate quickly to get out of trouble, the power is not there, not immediately, and in those moments, immediately is exactly when you need it. When you are in too low a gear, the bike becomes twitchy and oversensitive. Small throttle movements produce bigger reactions than you are expecting. At higher speeds, that unpredictability is the last thing you need. So let us figure out which one you are doing right now. Riding in too high a gear is the more common habit, and it comes from a very understandable place. When you're in a high gear, the engine is quieter, the bike feels less aggressive, less reactive, and when everything about motorcycling already feels fast and slightly out of control, quiet and calm feels safe. So without ever consciously deciding to, you gravitate toward higher gears. You keep the revs low. You try to tame the bike by keeping a lid on it. And for a while, the bike does feel calmer. But here is what is actually happening underneath. You are starving the engine of the rev range it needs to respond properly. So when you roll on the throttle, there is a delay, a reluctance. The bike does not surge, it thinks about it first. And if you're on a hill, or you need to overtake, or something pulls out on you and you need to go right now, that hesitation is a serious problem. The other thing that happens, and this one surprises people, is that riding in too high a gear actually makes smooth riding harder. You would think a quieter, lower revving engine would be easier to manage, but the throttle becomes so vague and muted that small inputs produce unpredictable results. You are not in control, you are just along for the ride. The giveaway signs are these. The bike feels sluggish when you open the throttle. Hills feel harder than they should. Overtaking feels hesitant and slightly nerve-wracking. And you often find yourself giving more throttle than seems reasonable for the speed you are doing. If any of that sounds familiar, you are probably riding one gear too high. The fix is simpler than you think. On your next ride, make one deliberate decision. Every time you would normally stay in your current gear, drop one, just one. If you would usually be in fourth at 30 miles an hour, try third. If you would usually sit in fifth on a fast A road, try fourth. The engine will sound busier, maybe a bit louder than you are used to, and your first instinct will be to shift straight back up because it does not feel right. Do not yet. Give it 30 seconds. Get used to the sound. Notice how the throttle feels. Notice how much more alive the bike feels when you roll on. That responsiveness, that eagerness, is what your bike has been trying to give you all along. You just had it locked away in the wrong gear. Now let us talk about the opposite problem, because some new riders do the exact reverse. They ride in too low a gear. and they do it for a completely different reason. Riding in a low gear means loads of power on tap at all times, serious throttle response. You can accelerate out of almost any situation. And as a new rider who feels like things could go wrong at any moment, having that power ready and waiting feels like security, like a safety net you can grab whenever you need it. The problem is you are revving the engine harder than it needs to work. You are using more fuel, generating more heat, and at higher speeds you are making the bike feel twitchy, because all that available power means small throttle inputs produce bigger reactions than you are expecting. You feel like you are managing the bike rather than riding it. It is also just noisy and genuinely tiring in a way that is hard to explain until you have experienced the alternative. Riding at high revs for an extended period creates a kind of low-level tension that builds over the course of a ride without you noticing it, until you get home and realise you are more drained than the distance warrants. The giveaway signs are these. The engine sounds busy even on flat straight roads at normal speeds. You find yourself having to be very deliberate and careful with the throttle because the bike reacts quickly. Your fuel seems to disappear faster than other riders suggest it should, and longer rides leave you more mentally exhausted than you would expect. If that sounds like you are probably riding one gear too low. The fix, and this one comes with a bonus you were not expecting. On your next ride, do the opposite experiment. Every time you would normally stay in your current gear, go one higher. The engine will sound quieter, more relaxed, and the bike will feel smoother and less reactive under the throttle. Here is the bonus nobody mentions. When the engine runs in a more relaxed rev range, the whole bike vibrates less, and less vibration means less fatigue. Riders who find the right gear range consistently say that rides feel longer in the good way, more enjoyable, less like a workout. That is not a small thing. That is the difference between getting home from a ride feeling genuinely exhilarated and getting home feeling wrung out. Now here is how to pull all of this together in a single session. You do not need a special road or a car park. Your normal route will do perfectly. Pick a stretch you know well, somewhere comfortable enough that you are not using all your concentration just to stay safe. For the first half of the ride, deliberately shift one gear higher than your instinct tells you to. Hold it there even when it feels slightly odd. Pay attention to how the engine sounds, how the throttle responds, and how the bike feels overall. For the second half, deliberately shift one gear lower. Same exercise. Listen, feel, notice. By the end of that ride, you will have experienced 4 different gear ranges across your usual route. And somewhere in that experiment, one of those ranges will have felt noticeably better than the others. More settled, more responsive, more like the bike was actually built for this. That is your sweet spot. That is the gear range your riding has been missing. And here is the final thing, the one that ties this whole series together. There is no perfect gear. That is the truth nobody actually says out loud. For most situations, there are 2 or 3 gears that would all work perfectly well. 3rd or 4th at 30, 4th or 5th at 50. The difference is marginal in normal riding. What you are really looking for is a zone, a range where the engine is comfortable, the throttle is responsive, and you have got enough in reserve to deal with whatever the road throws at you. Find that zone and you stop thinking about gears entirely. And that is when everything else starts to get easier. Your cornering improves because you are arriving at bends in the right gear without having to think about it. Your junctions get smoother because you are already set up to pull away cleanly. Your confidence builds because the bike stops feeling unpredictable and starts feeling like an extension of what you want to do. That is what this whole series has been building toward. Not perfect gear selection, just gear selection that works for you. If you have made it through all 3 parts, you are ahead of where most new riders are at this stage. Hit like if this has helped, subscribe so you do not miss the next chapter, and drop a question in the comments. I read every single one. Grab the full book on Amazon. Learn to ride a motorbike. Real answers for new riders.